Hello everyone, it's Anna here. I've got a very special challenge for tonight's show, which is a quantum chess battle. Yes, I said quantum chess, and it exists, or it will soon exist, thanks to Chris Cantwell. If you have seen the viral video, Anyone Can Quantum, I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about. Paul Rudd facing Stephen Hawking, and Paul Rudd beating Stephen Hawking in this wonderful game narrated by Keanu Reeves in the short video on YouTube. I will try to play this game. I must admit that my knowledge on physics is close to zero, but I hope that my chess skills can somehow make up for my lack of knowledge. I will now call the creator of this wonderful game, Quantum Chess, by Skype, and we will have a quantum chess battle right now, live for you guys. Let's see how it works out. Hey Chris, nice to have you here.
Hey, it's great to be here.
I'm really nervous because, as I said, my knowledge about physics is just on a primary school level.
Well, I'm very nervous because my knowledge of chess is probably about the same. I've never played more than casually. I enjoy the game, but nowhere near as much as you, so.
Tell us a bit about the game before we begin. How did you have the idea of creating this game? I read that you have seen some other quantum board games and you thought that something was missing from them, so you wanted to create a different game.
Yeah, so there are a couple of other games out there that take one or two aspects of quantum mechanics and sort of inject them into the game just so a player can get some sort of feel for what it's like. Um, So there's a version of quantum chess out there where the pieces exist in superposition, and then when you grab a piece to move it, it measures it and it just decides what kind of piece it is. But the problem I saw with these other games is that they're only taking one or two different aspects of quantum mechanics, and when you do that, all it really feels like is just pure randomness.
Some
Um,
special effect in a game, you mean? In just
yes,
adding something to it, but it's not like experiencing a quantum effect as it should be.
right, exactly. And so what I wanted to do was actually create a game sort of from the ground up to be quantum. So I made a quantum system and then built the rules of chess on top of it. So you actually do get superposition, you get entanglement, you get interference, you get sort of all of these different things that make a quantum system different, that make it quantum. So
I'm really looking forward to playing this game because it sounds amazing, and I really wonder how it makes a normal chess game different. So you will have to help me because I don't know anything about quantum physics, and you're working on your PhD uh, in physics with a research in quantum computing, if I'm right. So you must know a lot more than me.
yeah,
how,
well, I
how
mean, you can help me with the chess part of it too.
So I can make moves like in a normal chess game. I think, for instance, I can move this pawn two squares, I guess. I click
We'll
and
first
then...
have to sit. So there's the
All
sit
right,
button
yeah.
in the player one, player two.
Yeah, so I pick
So
white, if
okay,
you don't mind.
that's quite all right. And I will be black. All right. So now, yeah, you can move just like
Just
normal.
like
So
in a
you can move
normal chess
pawns
game.
to
Okay, so
stuff.
I will try to grab this pawn and move it to d4. Wow. What
Yes.
happened to my pawn by moving to d4? What was that effect?
So the little fill meter, the you
Yeah.
called it liquid earlier. It
Yes, it looks
shows
like
the
a bottle.
probability. Yeah. It shows the probability of finding the piece in that particular space because with superposition, you get pieces that can exist in multiple spaces at once, and there's some probability of being in one spot or some probability of being in the other one. So right now there is a 100% probability of finding your pawn in d4.
Okay, so you know that my pawn is there, but once I will manage to make a quantum move, it might be the case that my piece is on one square or the other.
Yes.
Okay, how can I make quantum moves? How can I make a piece appear to be on one square, but it might be on another? Is there a
So you
special way
can
of moving like
click
that?
and hold on the piece, and it only works for your power pieces. It doesn't work for pawns. But if you
Okay,
click and hold for half a second, it'll initiate a quantum move. And then you'll see a lot more squares light up showing you where it can move to.
Wow. I clicked on my B1 knight and suddenly I see that besides the normal moves A3, C3 and D2, I can jump to a lot more squares. Wow, how does that possible? So any square that's like 2 moves away from my knight, I can go there? Can I click on the
Yes.
yellow square like B5?
Yep.
Wow.
And so you're able to move possibly 2 moves in one turn, but there's a chance you didn't move at all.
All right, so now what you see on your board is that I might have my knight on b1 or on b5, or what does it show to you?
It shows exactly what you see. So there's a knight
Okay.
on b1 with 50% probability, and there's a knight on b5 with 50% probability. Now, I need to say one thing real quick, because for those with any sort of quantum background, they're going to hear me talking in probabilities, and they're going to say, well, that's not very quantum. They're actually underlying is a complex amplitude. It's a complex number with a real and imaginary part, and you get quantum effects like interference and stuff from that. But you can get a probability from it by squaring it. So for the most of the part, most of the time, I will talk about it in probabilities. But just for those of you who are in physics or do know something about quantum mechanics, it is actually a complex amplitude underneath it. So
It's getting tough for me to understand everything what's going on, but I hope that I can keep up with you. So what
well, I
will be
mean, just
your
think about it
response?
like your knight. Think about it like there's 2 possible boards now. On one of
Yeah,
them, your knight didn't move at all. On one of
yes,
them, your knight is in b5.
exactly. Till this point, I understand. But what if on the next move I want to move the knight from b5? Can I go from there to somewhere and then the percentage will change because it might have been on b1?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
will
could do
try
that.
that. I wanna see what happens.
Okay. Well, then I will make a move. I'll quantum move my queen. And I'm actually
Wow.
going to move it through your knight on b5.
Through my knight. How does that
Yeah.
work?
So a possible 2 move for the queen was to go to d7 and then diagonally to a4.
Exactly,
Now,
but
your
how
knight
can
might be
you?
there and blocking it.
Oh, all right, now I get it. So it's because it might be there or might not be there. So you couldn't have moved to
Yes.
b5 and captured the maybe there knight.
So quantum moves can't be used for capture.
Okay,
So I
no
could have
captures.
moved there, but only if your knight isn't actually there, and that would have caused a measurement to figure out what's going on.
Okay,
I'll
and
get
I
into measurement in
see,
a little bit.
I see that now the percentage is not 50% at all. There's this queen on d8 that has like 80 something percent maybe, and the queen on a4 20% looks like.
Yeah, yeah, probably something like that.
Why is
So,
that? Because you could
because the
have made
knight
a lot
might
of.
have been there in the way. And so on all of
True.
the possible boards where the knight is blocking it, that's not a valid move, so the queen doesn't do anything.
Wow. Wow, this is getting complicated, but I'll try to make something. So for instance, but now, no. I said I will try to move this knight. I will click. Let's see in the quantum moves once again for the same knight because I want to know what happens now if I move the same knight, the 50% knight from b5. Oh my god, I can go to the other side. Yeah, of course, in 2 moves I can get here. Yeah, let's see. And
Yeah,
now, okay, now it's 25%.
yes.
There's a
So
50%
there's,
knight on b1 and 25% on b5 and 25 on f5.
yep.
That's cool.
So, so it's existing in all 3 spots. You get some really cool effects. So, do you want to see a measurement? See what
Yeah,
happens?
yeah, please.
Okay. So the rule for measurement is anytime there is a chance that a space is occupied by more than one type of piece, the game will measure or observe and sort of figure out what's going on so that it's reduced back down to one possible piece. So if I move my pawn here up to b5, that space might be occupied by your knight, or it might
Yes.
be occupied by my pawn.
And the
So it's going to
system
measure
will
one of.
decide. Oh, all right, the measurement. Because there's a question about measurement. Boring Chess says, so you only initiate a measurement when you try a capture. I think that's correct. Or,
So
well,
not
actually, no,
necessarily a
because,
capture.
yeah. I misunderstood it. Yeah, this is not a capture because b5, pushing the pawn to b5 can only be possible if my knight is not on b5, but it's not a capture. Yeah.
Exactly.
And another comment I saw, yeah, Spanish is asking, how do you win?
Oh, okay. You win by killing the king. There's no checkmate because you could get into situations where the king might or might not be there, the attacking piece might or might not be there, so I made the rule that you have to kill the king. There's 100% chance that the king is dead.
I see. I hope that we will soon see a situation like that, and I hope that it will be my king being mated because I don't understand how this is going. So you go b5, and we will see a
Okay.
measurement.
Yes. So
I'm
it
curious.
measures, and what it did,
Oh,
it looked to see if your knight was there and found that it wasn't.
it
So
wasn't. Because of the
that be
probability that it was more likely on b1
well, it's more likely on B1
or on
or
f5,
on
actually.
F5.
Yeah,
But if you watched carefully, your probability on B1 and on F5 increased. So there's
yeah, that's
still
true.
a 100% probability that you have a knight. So now it's more like a 33-66 split instead of a 50-50.
Wow. All right, I'll make another move. I think I should develop my pieces because I'm sure that in Quantum Chess 2, it matters that you have active pieces. You should develop your pieces. I cannot just have them on the back rank. So I will
Yes.
move my bishop in a normal way, I think, this time. Even though it might be on c1 or it might be on f4 because I clicked long, but yeah, it's cool like this. I'm not sure where my bishop is.
Okay. Oh, I should have pointed something else out about my B5 move. If you were watching, my queen's probability increased or changed as well
Oh, yeah, you're right. So it
because
has
the the
increased a
queen
little
was
bit.
entangled with your knight.
That's true. Wow, guys, it's getting really exciting because there's so much going on with probabilities, measurement, and entanglement. I'm learning a lot about physics. Let's see how the chess goes.
All right,
Knight, you
so I'm
wanna
just
move
going
your
to do
knight?
a regular move.
So that's 100% on f6.
Yes,
And then I will make another regular move. And later I will see. Can you castle in quantum chess?
you can castle. Yeah,
And all the other rules like impasse, capture, they all exist.
they
Okay.
all exist. And they're all consistent too, so you can castle through pieces in superposition and it'll try and make the castle, and you'll usually end up with a measurement of some sort. You can en passant capture a pawn that is in superposition, so it's kind of you get some really interesting effects.
Will you move your bishop in a normal way? Ah, you're going to f5, but now there's a measurement, and my knight was not on f5, or you captured it? No, on b1, I still see a knight.
Yes. So what I did is I did a standard move to
Yeah,
capture your knight on f5 if it was there.
and it wasn't.
Because,
If it
well,
was there, my b1 knight would have disappeared from the board.
no, not necessarily.
No?
So if it
Oof,
was
I thought
there,
I was
it's
understanding you, but
dead.
no.
If it was there, it's dead. But it could still be in b1. So now your knight is both alive and dead.
Both alive and dead.
Yes.
Wow. So what if I
So
move now?
everybody, have you heard of Schrodinger's cat? The cat that is both
Yeah,
alive and dead, that
yeah,
whole thought experiment. You get
exactly.
states like that in the game because we don't know whether or not your knight will have been found to be on f4 or f5 or if it's still in b1. And so if it was in f5, it's dead. But if it was still in b1, it's alive. So now you can see your knight doesn't have 100% probability. It's like 66%. So there's a 66% chance that your knight is still alive, but there's a 33% chance that I captured it on f5.
Will we ever know if my knight is alive or dead?
Yeah, at some point later in the game, a measurement could occur that will collapse it to either being alive or it'll collapse it to being dead.
Oh my god, I hope
But
that my
until
knight is
then,
alive still.
I mean, until then, you can sit and continue playing with it as if
Sure,
you
I
have a
will make
knight.
a move with this knight that is half alive, half dead, or 66% alive, and uh, let's see if. So I can move anyway with this knight. I just make a normal move. No, it wasn't a normal move. Wow, this is getting complicated. I wanted to make a normal move. I shouldn't click so long if I want to make a regular move.
Yeah, so a
And
regular move is just a short click. So I'm
I will
going
try to
to.
capture his queen, but I'm afraid that it's not on a4.
I'm going to move this out.
I think there's another question for you, is that, so if you went on a killing spree with that knight and then the measurement made it be dead now, would all the captured pieces be reset?
Okay.
Riona is asking.
So if the knight is possibly dead, an attempted capture would force a measurement because there's some chance that. Okay, I'll explain that in just a second.
Yeah, what has just happened, I wanted to capture the queen of Chris on a4, so I moved my queen, I moved my knight there, but now I see that my knight is alive on b1 and it hasn't moved to a4. But also the queen, the black queen on a4 is now 100% there, so I'm sure where it is.
Yes. So the measurement collapsed and that's what happened. But yeah, you can capture pieces with pieces that are both alive and dead, but usually that will force a measurement because there's some chance that the capture doesn't work because the piece might not actually be there to capture with, and that'll force a collapse into a fully alive or a fully dead state.
Wow.
So it'd be hard to go on a killing spree, is what I'm saying, with a piece that is both alive and dead. Why is the bishop on f4 not 100%?
Oh, because it wasn't a regular move. I wanted to make a regular move, but I clicked. I should have clicked short on the bishop, just making a regular move, and instead I made a quantum move. That's why it's on 50% on f4. This is until this moment I understand. The rest I'm not sure about.
That
So
was
what's
perfect.
next? Because so now I have an undeveloped knight on b1. I thought I was making a lot of knight moves and they did not happen.
So I'll go ahead and do that.
e6. Okay. I will move now a regular move to c3 with the
Okay.
knight. And my knight is alive, so I'm not a piece down. That's good news, because I guess that material also matters here. So if I lose material, if I lose some of my pieces, then it must be an advantage in quantum chess as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And you moved your queen because my knight was 100% on c3, so I was definitely about to capture your queen.
Yes.
That probability I understand. 100%. Okay, I'm gonna go a quantum move with this bishop to d2, because later I would like to jump away with this knight and capture that 100% queen on a5.
Okay. Then let's see, what do I want to do? Let's do that.
Okay, so you're preventing my plan. And I'm not sure if the bishop is there, but I will attack it with the regular move, just with my pawn to a3.
Okay. I'm going to try and capture your knight. And it failed.
Oh.
So my bishop might or might not have been there. So the capture might or might not work. So a measurement occurred and it found that my bishop wasn't there to capture you.
How does the system decide whether it should go that way or not? I guess that's the mystery about quantum physics
Yeah,
that
so
you're never
it's
sure.
based on the probability. I mean, quantum systems are non-deterministic. You can't decide one way or the other. It's the measurement falls based on a probability. So the probability was 50%, and it found with 50% probability that I wasn't there. So,
So it's like flipping a coin that it might fall on either side.
yes.
Okay. And now my plan. I was about to move this knight and see if I can capture. But the problem is that I didn't move my bishop to d2 with a regular move, so I'm not sure that I have a bishop there.
Yes.
What if I don't have a bishop there? Am I in check? Because without
If you don't have a bishop there, then I might win the game right now.
oh my god. Is that
So
already the end? Have I just lost?
it could be.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god,
have to.
you should
I
have
have to go
told
for
me.
it.
Yeah, go for it. I didn't realize that I can lose so quickly.
Yeah.
So queen
So
e1 and I might just be dead. That's it?
yes, but your bishop might be there to block me. And if it
That's
turns
a
out that
very
it
low
is, this will be
percentage.
very bad for me because if it's there blocking me, then that means this move won't work. And on your next turn, you can kill my queen with your bishop on d2.
That's true. So cross fingers. But I think the probability is too low.
And it
I've
worked.
lost. Oh, I need to take a revenge because now I started to understand the rules. But this was cool. I thought I was threatening the queen on a5, but in fact, I was actually just putting my king into danger. There was no bishop on d2, so queen e1 won the game because in quantum chess you need to kill the king, and that's what happened. My king is dead. Oh my, that was really
I'm glad I
exciting.
get to win one.
Sure, play again.
Okay.
Stand and I'll be black then. Or can I flip the board or we better leave it like this? So,
Let's see.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't flip the board yet. I mean, unfortunately.
Oh, it's okay. So now I'm with black.
Okay.
I'll just see if there are any more questions in the chat. Um,
Okay, so boring chess. The good thing about oops, that just went away. Boring chess says the good thing about chess is determinism and concrete calculation. Not sure why you would want to make non-deterministic or put chance into it. So I wasn't going for replacing chess. I was going for creating a game where people could interact with quantum phenomena in a way that might help you develop a more intuitive understanding of how quantum mechanics works. Sort of like we all kind of intuitively understand gravity. I mean, if you drop something, it's going to fall.
yeah,
Nobody has
exactly.
that understanding of quantum mechanics because we don't interact with it.
Yeah, actually, if you say quantum mechanics, I just say, oh, please, no.
Yeah, I mean, there's a scare factor, and I want to get rid of that scare factor. So I think if people have a chance to interact with it, then it'll make a little more sense, and who knows what could happen from there.
So the idea is not that a standard chess game is boring and you need to invent a new type of chess, but just to make people have a more natural contact with quantum physics.
Exactly.
So that through this game or other games, because I think you said that you might implement quantum physics into other board games or non-board games.
Yeah,
That
yeah, I
the
have
idea,
ideas for all sorts of
mhm,
others.
just to make it normal that we experience quantum phenomena.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that idea because maybe that's what I need because no physics books have ever helped me, and I would definitely need to understand more what's going on. I understand gravity, so I wish I could understand quantum physics the same way as how something that I drop falls on the ground. So that's whoa. You made a quantum move to b5, and it might be a check. You are threatening to win the game if your queen
I
is
am,
on b5.
yes.
Oh, I need to make a regular move to avoid that. I cannot now. I cannot put it on probability. I cannot just. I
Yeah.
have to defend my king.
Boring chess, you're probably right. Quantum mechanics does increase in scare factor the more you study and learn about it. But I'm not going for teaching people quantum mechanics. I'm going for getting an intuitive understanding. I mean, if you studied general relativity and started learning about all of the crazy math that goes into how gravity works, that would increase the scare factor. But if you just throw things or drop things or interact with things all of your life, gravity isn't scary. And that's more what I'm going for with quantum mechanics is just play with it, interact with it. It'll become less scary.
I like a lot the idea, and I think I've saved my king.
You did save your king for now.
For now. So, for instance, if I move this pawn, I won't move it. I'm scared. If I move this pawn, okay, but it doesn't matter if you capture something next to my king because you need to capture the king itself. So checks don't
Yes.
count. It has to be capturing the king. So far I'm safe. I will make. What shall I do? Ah, but in that case, I will move this pawn. And I hope that I'm threatening to capture the queen on b4, but it might not be there.
Yeah. I mean, you're threatening for sure.
Yes, I'm playing with the
Hmm.
red pieces. I should say I'm black, so red pieces. I'm not sure that my move was the best because it's blocking my bishop on c8, but maybe later I will make a quantum move and place that bishop on g4. I hope I can do that. I can go through my pawn. I hope. Is that the case?
So if the pawn is 100% in the way, there's no way to go through
Oh,
it.
no,
Yeah.
then I made a mistake. I should have made this a quantum move. In that case, I could have played something with that bishop g4, for instance, just to develop the bishop. Queen a4, you're going back because you thought that you might lose your queen.
Yes.
Okay, at least I made Chris scared. That's good. After my first loss, getting some confidence, at least I'm threatening something. I will make just the regular move, and then I hope that with this knight I can threaten the queen. But that will be a quantum move so that Chris won't be sure if I'm actually threatening to capture the queen or not. I think there's another question to you about
Okay.
ambitious pawn. I will think about my move at the same time.
Okay. So once you collapse the state of the pieces, does the game become more deterministic? And how does a computer fare with this brand of chess? So determinism just means you can know exactly what's going on all the time. Quantum mechanics is non-deterministic in that measurements have random outcomes based on the probabilities. So when you collapse it, I mean you have a better idea of where the pieces are, but it doesn't necessarily collapse to a 100% state all the time. So it could still be in some sort of probabilistic superposition. As far as how a computer fares with this brand of chess, if you mean computer AI, like playing against a computer, there isn't an AI for quantum chess yet. I want to implement an AI. I'm not sure exactly how because I mean chess AI by itself is not trivial. So that's one of the stretch goals for the Kickstarter. Even
Actually,
if we
people
don't get
are
there,
asking in the chat. I've just seen that some of you have asked. You said that you would like to play it, and how can you play it? And that's actually the answer. So I will copy you the link for the
okay.
Kickstarter. You can still join the quantum chess community, and you will be among the first people who can play chess with this game because this is a beta version. But this is under development, and if you want to be among the first
Yes.
people to play this wonderful game, then you can support it in the Kickstarter project, and there are many nice packages with lots of fun stuff. Actually, you can get my signed photo as well, so make sure that you check out the Kickstarter page. And will I win the queen? I'm trying.
You could. You're trying. You're scaring me.
Oh, how did you? So that's a quantum move, and now there's. It's more likely that the queen is on d1, but it could also be on a4 or on g3. I will try my luck. I will go to a4 and hope that there's a queen on a4. But
Okay.
maybe my knight is not on b6. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Um, there was no
So,
queen on a4, but my knight is more likely that it was on b6 and now it's on a4.
well, there could have been a queen on a4. It's
You think
still, I mean, you
so?
could have.
Oh.
The probabilities look close to 100%, but I think there's still some chance that my queen is actually dead.
Well, who knows? I might be lucky in this game because in the first one I was just crushed. Carinta is asking, what is your strength in classical chess? Do you play standard chess?
My strength, I've never played chess more than casually, so I would not consider myself to be a great player. I'd say average. Oh,
And
that
I
didn't
see
work
that.
out at all.
What did you do? Sorry, I missed it because I was reading the chat. Because Miktal has just quoted the video of Anyone Can Quantum. Let Keanu Reeves take you on a journey as Dr. Stephen Hawking and Paul Rudd face off in a game of quantum chess. This is exactly how the video begins. I love that video. You should check it, guys. Anyone
Yeah.
Can Quantum on YouTube. It has almost 2 million views, completely viral, and it's just an amazing game about chess, quantum chess. Really, really entertaining, and at the same time I was just impressed, like, why is this not a mate, isn't it a mate, and then the probabilities, so you should check it.
Yeah, the video turned out awesome. Spanish, yes, I coded all of this. So
Yeah, the
it took
move
a while.
you've just made was because I didn't see what happened after my
Oh,
knight
okay.
a4 move. I missed it. I completely missed it.
So I tried a quantum move of my knight on b1 to a4 to try and force a measurement collapse
All
of
right,
your
and you
knight.
couldn't capture it, or you couldn't
Well, it
move to
couldn't
a4.
capture because it was a quantum move. I was just trying to force a collapse that might push your knight back to d7, say. But
All right.
it turned out the measurement was in your favor, not mine.
I will threaten your king. And I'm hoping to capture
You
it
will
and kill
threaten
it.
my king. Okay, well, I'll just do that for now.
Okay. But maybe I will sacrifice my knight in a quantum way, so it might be there or might not be there. Actually, I think perhaps it's not a good move, but I want to do it for fun. I want to see what happens if I capture this. I can't. Wait, let's see. Oh,
Quantum,
of course.
yeah,
Yeah, it
capture.
should be like 2 moves. And there's no capture, you told me.
Yeah.
And if it's a regular capture, then I'm just losing a piece, so I shouldn't do that. Then I better just move my bishop away from b4. I will see what happens. I might lose my bishop, or... Oh, yeah. No, but if I go there in a regular way, then if you capture me... Oh my god, this is getting complicated. Okay, perhaps
Okay.
this is a very bad move, but I want to see what happens. I want to know if your queen is on g3.
It might not be a terrible move. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. It's probably going to collapse backwards. Oh,
Ah,
it
I've
worked.
lost my bishop. Okay,
And my queen is alive.
and it's on d6 for sure. At
Yes.
least now I know it. I lost the piece, but at least now I know where the queen is.
Yes.
Okay, I should just make some more regular moves because I think that's the only thing I'm good at. I'm so bad at physics, I should make regular chess moves.
So Rokopt asked if there's a notation for quantum chess games. So if you actually go to the Kickstarter in the comments section, there's a pretty active discussion on developing a notation to describe quantum moves and measurements and their outcomes and stuff. It's a pretty entertaining discussion.
I wonder how it will be because it's already complicated to see it on the board, but to write it down.
Yeah, it gets pretty complicated.
Oh, actually, some of you are suggesting, yeah, Boring Chess says that if I could try to capture your queen, because my knight is not on d7 or it is on d7, I could have done that.
You could have done that,
Oh, I
yes.
did not realize. I'm so used to regular chess. I see a knight on d7 and I believe it's there. Oh, guys, you should tell me earlier so that I might have won a queen. Oh, I
I
lost my
didn't see that move
chance.
either, so
I
well,
lost my
now I have
chance.
to try it, you know. I can't just let you have a queen there, so we'll try and trade queens.
Okay.
And it worked. But you see
Oh,
that
it worked.
your
So I
knight was
could have
collapsed up
captured
to
young
be on
queen
a4.
before. Okay, I should take it. I might have just won a queen if I had realized about this queen takes d6 before. Guys, you should tell me the moves before. Be quick and then I make a move. Somebody who's good at physics out there? Oh, so now we
Okay.
don't have queens. That makes it somewhat easier to survive for me because I just lost the first game very quickly.
Oh, what do I want to do now? You've kind of... Okay, I guess I can do this.
Where are you heading? Oh, knight e5. Okay, and it might be there. Hmm. This is tough. Actually, I don't know what to do with my position. I'm a piece down, and my king is on d8. It wouldn't be any good in regular chess. I can only hope that in quantum chess my position is not completely lost. In regular chess, I'm totally lost. So, you might jump to f7 and take my rook. And that I don't like. I will move my king to c7.
Okay.
Boring Chess is asking if you can quantum move your king. So it
You
may or
can
may not be
quantum move.
mated. And actually that's what happened in the Annie Van quantum video. I thought that Stephen
Hmm.
Hawking gave mate, but actually in that moment Paul Rudd made a quantum move with the king, and so it was half dead, half alive. Really
Yes.
exciting. So bishop f4, regular move, and you are about to threaten my king again. I can't just make any normal move here without having my king in danger. I cannot hide it. If I go knight g6 and there's this knight on e5 that might be there, because oh, if the knight is not on e5, you will capture my king. I'm falling once
Yes.
again for a trap. Oh. I realized it, but I'm not sure that it helps. I have to move my king, I think. I will... But if I go back, that's where I came from and I didn't like it. I'll start running. No, not a quantum move. I think I will go here. Guys, I'm losing again.
Okay. Let's see.
Rihanna is asking if you can quantum special moves like switching king and tower. So if you can castle with a quantum move.
Okay, you can't castle with a quantum move. I was trying to implement that at one point, and it just got way too crazy. So I
Too
just made the rule
difficult.
you can't quantum castle.
All right.
You
And
can't quantum en passant because pawns can't make quantum moves, but you can en passant capture with a pawn in superposition or capture a pawn in superposition.
they also
But you can do
asking
a
if
standard move to castle and all of that.
the other question was if you can make a draw in quantum chess.
There is no draw.
All right. And another question to you, if there can be two or more pieces on one square.
So that's the measurement rule. Anytime there's possibly more than one piece on a square, it measures to reduce it down to one.
But it's a maximum two pieces. That's when it happens.
Yes.
I guess you cannot just wait until there are more pieces. There are 3, 4. It happens when there are two pieces on one square.
Yes. Yep.
Do you think my king will survive? I am not very confident about my position.
Well, I guess I'll just go for this. Oh, it worked.
Oh, and now your knight is there, and I don't want to lose my rook, so I will go rook f8, and I'm hoping to capture either the knight on f7 or the bishop on f4.
Yeah. I guess I didn't see that one.
And they are both there, so there's no probability. I think I'm winning back the piece. Unless there's some quantum trick. Who knows? I'm sure that Chris can spot something. Wow.
That.
So you might or might not be defending the bishop on f4.
Yes.
If the knight is on d3, it is defending the bishop on f4. If it's still on f7, then I can't even go rook takes f4. Right?
Yep.
So I don't have any way to win a piece. There's no chance I could capture on f4.
You can try and capture f7 if my knight is still there.
I will do that. Because I think in that way I cannot lose my rook. It just might be that I'm not winning anything, but if the knight is there, at least I'm winning the knight. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Oof.
So now my knight is both alive and dead.
I like that. At least I'm not completely a full piece down, but there's a half dead knight.
Yeah. And can I do anything? I don't like your pawn position there.
No?
I can't really move my bishop very far.
I also can't move my bishop from c8, so I think it's annoying for both players. I think our audience understands my position better than me because you guys are suggesting always the best moves. I think I should read the chat more often.
Yes, you can quantum move your king when it's in check. There's no check in this game. No checkmate, so.
You played bishop e2, just a regular move, and I will... Oh, but if I quantum move to g4... No, I can't, because this pawn is definitely on e6, so I have to just play bishop d7. I wanted to jump through the pawn on e6, but since it's 100% on e6, I cannot do that. So you've just castled, and it's definitely there because you can't quantum castle. And I will bring this rook to f8. In regular chess, that's a good move, doubling rooks on an open or semi-open file. So I'm hoping I'm doing fine in quantum chess as well. With a piece down, but well. g3, regular move, protecting the bishop. So I cannot capture it. Let's see if I can... No, with pawns I can't make quantum moves. I was wondering... Okay, I will make a quantum move with the knight. But first I will check the chat if there's any good suggestions because I'm lost, so I need your help, guys. Tell me what to do. I will go knight g3. Quantum move. So it might be there. Knight g6.
Let's see. I think I need to. I don't know.
Oh, I could have taken on e4, they are saying. Next time. I'm missing the good moves. I'm missing all the good moves.
I don't know if this is good or not, but I'm going to go ahead and take.
Yeah, I think it's good because I should have captured on e4 myself, so you prevented it. But I will capture with this pawn because I would like to open the diagonal of my bishop so that I could play something more active. I didn't like to have my bishop on d7. That was a passive piece. I think even in quantum chess it's a bad piece if it's passive, so I should do something about that bishop. Oh, I see some more questions for you. I think so many of our members are interested in this game that I can't even read out all the questions. Thank you guys for
Wow.
being here with us and asking all these interesting questions.
Okay.
I will think about my move in the meantime.
Attack the defender of the bishop. Tongue-in-cheek question. All pawns can be promoted pieces at any point in time until collapsed. So I think you're asking. Ambitious Pawn asks something about pawns being promoted until collapsed. You can promote a pawn that is in superposition, and then it becomes a superposition of being a pawn still somewhere else, or being a promoted pawn. In the current version, it automatically promotes to queen. I do want to implement the ability to choose what you promote to. But you can have a pawn-queen superposition. Let's see.
I just see that I've just missed another good move. I could have quantum move to h3, threatening or might threatening the king on g1, and I did not do it. I miss all the good moves. But I was
Oh,
afraid
did you
of this
kill my
knight.
knight?
Yes, I
I
was
think you
afraid
killed
of
my
it.
knight.
I actually
Yeah.
did. But you might kill my knight as well. You can capture on e5, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still a piece down.
So,
I'm,
was that
wait,
knight? Yeah, so, yeah, you still have
yes.
a superposition knight. And you
But
can see
it's
my
just
pawn is in superposition now, too.
okay, so it might be on d4, it might be on e5.
Yes. For example, you
Alright.
move your knight 5 times quantum. So Miktal is asking something about multiple quantum moves. As long as all of the moves are not blocked, or they don't have like paths that are maybe partially blocked by a piece in superposition, then the probabilities should go 50, 25, 12, 5, and down from there. Would be some fun tactical puzzles. Yes, boring chess. I want to implement quantum chess puzzles. I think that'd be a great way to learn.
Wow, that would be really interesting to solve because we chess players are used to solving tactics and that's how we train. We solve tactics. But quantum chess tactics, yeah, that would make it even more complicated to find a solution, but at the same time, it's more challenging. So you might feel like really, really the king of the world when you find a solution that you achieved it. Yes, I did it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually.
Can you have 60 kings on the board? I
60.
suppose that would be possible. If you just keep quantum splitting your king. I imagine sometime before you get there, though, your opponent would make a move that would collapse your king.
I captured a pawn and it was there. My knight was also there, so at least I get some material for my piece down. But actually my piece down doesn't look like a piece down if I look at the board because now I have maybe there's a knight on e7 and my bishop is either on d7 or on h3. So if this knight is alive on e7, then I'm fine. But careful.
Yes.
Now I should be careful. You've just played bishop e3 and the bishop is definitely there. It was a regular move, but there's this pawn on d4 that might or might not be there, and the pawn on e5, it's either on e5 or on d4, and if the pawn is on e5, then you are threatening to kill my king again.
Again.
Jeez. I have to run. I gotta run with this king. Regular move to c7.
Oh.
Oh, this is tough.
It's tough for both of us. Let's see, what can I do? I need to get more stuff into play.
Yes, you might want to develop your knight and your rook in regular chess, and
Yes.
also quantum chess. You're threatening to open the c file, and then once again you would be threatening to kill my king. So I will keep the c file closed. So if Chris captures on d5, I hope I have a knight on e7, but I might not have it. Then that would be a problem. So what I will do is to capture this pawn. Is that a good move at all?
Quantum.
And if I quantum capture it with my knight, is that any... No, I can't quantum capture. I always forget that. Okay, I will capture it with the pawn. Let's see.
Okay. Okay.
Bishop takes, normal move, and my rook is hanging because all those pieces are there, definitely there. But I can
Yes.
capture this. But do I want to? I wish I could make something. I will see what I can do with this rook. If I have any cool quantum moves, I cannot go to f1. I cannot. Only my own pieces I could go through if there's a piece that might be there or might not be there, I guess. So if this pawn is on f2 and it is there, I cannot go to f1. I cannot just jump through it.
Right.
Only if it was not 100% there.
Only if it wasn't 100% there.
Okay. So I will move my rook. I decided to keep this knight because I think it could be dangerous. I'll move my rook to f3 and let's see what happens later. Oh, have I just...
Okay.
I did not mean to quantum
Oh, you
move.
quantum moved again.
Yes. Okay, I have to get used to clicking normal when I want a regular move and long click for quantum moves. So I might have just made a mistake.
There we go.
Wow. So you played bishop c5 because this d4 pawn is there or not there. And what about... Oh my god. I don't know if my knight is on e7, and if it's not on e7, then Chris might capture my rook on f8. That's your plan?
I might.
What can I do? I have to run again. Oh my god, this is getting complicated. I don't really have many squares, and I wanted to attack. I wanted to have my rooks on the f file and attack, but all the squares are covered. I could go to f5, but does that help? Bishop e6, and I might have a bishop on d7 and capture it, but if I can't, then my rook will be hanging on f5. This is getting tough. Okay, I don't want to lose my rook. I will be a coward and just move it away. I think I have to.
Okay.
Oh, I've just missed another good move. Guys, be quicker. You need to tell me the moves before I make the move. I will talk more between moves so I can read the chat. And no, this is not our first game because I lost the first game. I was crushed in the first game. So now you will make d5 well, it's a quantum move. No, you made it a quantum move? Yes, it
It's
was
a
a.
standard move on
But
a piece
it's.
that's in superposition.
Alright, so I still don't know where this pawn is. I mean, now it might be on d5, but it also could have been on e5.
Yep.
Oof. This position just looks so scary. If it was regular chess, then my position is just so bad, I believe. Can I still go rook takes f2? Because that's the move that the guys were suggesting, but I was afraid that if I capture on f2, you might just take it. But oh, I would have needed the other rook on the f5 to capture on f2 and threaten the king later. So I think I'm too late playing rook takes f2. What can I do? I will see if my knight is on e7. I think I will try to move this. But okay, I will move it. I'm just scared. I think I'm losing again. Happens.
I don't know.
I think I am. I don't know. All those pawns are so scary, and your bishops.
Okay.
There's a new question for you. When is the
Okay.
beta going to be released?
I'm hoping to have the beta out around mid-April.
Wow, that's pretty
But
soon.
yeah,
So
I mean, you can
all
see
of
it's
you,
already working pretty well. It's just I
yeah,
have to work with
I'm the
I'm
lucky
working
one
with
who can
Broken
play
Circle
it.
Studios. Yeah. But so there's some networking stuff that needs to be done to make it a little more solid, I guess. So
So all of you
let's
guys who want to play the
try
beta
something.
version, you can go to the Kickstarter page and choose one of the packs, and you will be one of the first ones to receive the game. So I will copy the link again because I don't know if you were here before. Some of the guys have just arrived. Some of you were here from the very beginning, but that's the website. That's where you can support this game if you want to be among the first ones, and if you want to get some really cool goodies. Also, you can get my signed photo. Click on the website.
Yeah.
What's
So
your
I'm
move
going
then
to
with the
try and capture your
bishop?
rook through my pawn.
Okay, and I'm just praying that it's not there.
Yes. Okay.
It wasn't there. Was it
Maybe.
there?
It now your
Maybe?
rook is both alive and dead in
No.
f3.
Again.
More likely to be alive, but
That's
there is some
good.
chance it's dead.
Because I have this almost dead knight on f5. But what is pretty sure that you might have a bishop on f7 threatening my rook because it's on e8. I will
Yes.
go and see if you have a... Oh, what? No, no, no. I wanted to say that I will go and see if you have a pawn on e5. But if I make a regular move, rook e5, okay, the rook will go there anyway. Whether there's a pawn or there's no pawn, my rook will end up on e5, I think. Is that
Yes.
correct? So I just don't
That
want
is
to lose my
correct.
rook. I will go rook e5 and let's see. Have I captured? Yeah, I might have captured your pawn.
It might still be alive. It's got a little chance of being alive.
At least my rook is more active now. I'm becoming more optimistic about my position.
What do I want to do?
I think the problem in your position, because your bishops are very threatening, but you haven't developed your a1 and rook and the b1 knight yet. And in regular
Yeah,
chess, that's bad.
yeah. So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. And when you want to win a game, don't give tips to your opponent. I think I should just shut up and concentrate on my game. But I just simply enjoy playing. I don't care if I win or lose. I'm just amazed by how these pieces move and all these quantum effects. So I'm really enjoying this game. I also enjoyed the first game
Good.
that I lost. So I'm not sad about it at all. I will go and see if there's anything. Will I want to? I was about to make this move. I don't know what do you think about it. To move this almost dead knight from f5 to e3 to capture this bishop, But there's this pawn on f2 anyway, so is that any good for me? I will read the chat. Is there any good suggestion?
Okay.
And well, I haven't read anything yet, but I've just realized something, that now this rook could go to e1. But no, what am
It
I doing?
could.
Yeah, but there's this rook on c1 anyway. So I was just happy that I can finally jump, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. No, not in regular chess, not in quantum chess. If I jump to e2, the same. There's this knight on c3. No, I will stop dreaming about jumping through your pieces, I think. Also, I cannot really. Do I want to go to d3? No, I don't want to. What shall I do here? Okay, I will accept a suggestion in the chat. And that's to see, not with quantum move, but I will see if there's a bishop on c4. Let's see. Oh no. Most likely it is on f7.
Most likely. And most likely you just lost your knight.
Really? Guys, are you with Chris or with me? I mean, I thought that all the moves in the chat are for me. Aren't you cheering for me, rooting for Anna? Chess24, Anna, you watch my series, you watch my shows, and now you are cheering against me. You're telling me bad moves. I will not listen to you guys anymore. Oh, I'm 2 pieces down now. In regular chess, at least, I would be 2 pieces down, I think. Okay, but I can capture your bishop on c5 because it's certainly there. And I have a rook on e5. That's not that bad, actually, then. Oh, all right. I still might accept your suggestions. I take back my word. There's another question. Chris and Anna, the pawn on e5. Do you have to remember that there could be a pawn, and how can you move it?
e5. Was that the one that you captured with your rook?
Yeah, but also there was a pawn on d5 that might have been there, and you just went through it with your bishop. So I'm not sure that I understand which position you refer to. No, it wasn't Moritz. Who's that? The question? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's already difficult to talk about that position because we have a very different position.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I've just captured the bishop, so I'm happy. But Chris will develop his rook, and that was the only good thing I had in my position, that my pieces were more developed and more active. And now if he moves his rook, then I think he is better. He should be better. Rook b4 might be there or might not be there, and there's certainly my rook on c5 and the bishop on c4. So if I capture the bishop, I might win a bishop, or I might lose my rook, if I understand well the situation.
Yes.
I don't like that. I'm afraid that luck is not on my side today. All the quantum moves and all the probabilities were going against me, so I will not take any risk. I won't do that. What could I do? Okay, only your rook is actually in superposition, so the rest of the pieces I can see, and they are there where they are. What shall I do? Threaten the rook. That's a suggestion from the chat, and I will accept it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Moritz. Wow, how did you do that? You moved your c1 rook to e7?
Yep. Another quantum move. E1 to e7.
This bishop on d7 isn't there, or it might not be there, so you are threatening to kill my king again. Am I right?
You are right. Trying to, anyway.
I have to run. I need to hide this king somewhere. I will go. Where shall I go? I don't know if it's any good to attack with the king, because if I go to d8 to attack your rook, and then if you keep your rook there or move it next to my king, I will not know where it is. I don't know. I might lose the game, but I will try. I'm just wondering what happens if, for instance, Chris plays rook d7 in a quantum move, and it might attack my king or it might not, and there might be a bishop or might not be a bishop. I'm scared.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, no, I don't want to do that. I'm a little scared too, because I mean, it
Are
is
you?
probabilistic, and it could be really bad, or it could be great.
And there's another question by Miktal. Chris and Anna, I wanted to ask, if you jump with a regular piece on a square with a quantum piece, you can only see the regular piece. If there can be two pieces on one square, how can you see them both? There's never two pieces on one square. That's when measurement happens.
Yeah.
If
So it shows you two pieces briefly. They show up side by side, and then you see the probabilities shift into one or the other.
Petya is asking if gravitational waves affect the position of the pieces.
Not yet, not yet. Maybe in Quantum Chess 2 we'll have gravitational waves.
What has just happened? I missed it. I was too focused on reading out questions. So you moved your rook. What did you do with the rook?
So I tried to capture g7 with my rook on e7, but
And
a
it wasn't
measurement
there.
error found
Okay.
that my rook wasn't
So
there. So
your
it,
rook is on c1 and my king is safe.
yes.
And I want to know if there's a rook on b4. I want to capture this rook. Please, 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 please. Is it dead? It's half dead.
It's maybe dead, maybe still alive.
And my pawn, well, I know. Is
My
my pawn
position
on
is
a5 or
quickly
b4,
collapsing.
depending on if the rook is dead or alive. This is getting really complex.
It seems to be getting better and better for you.
Yeah, that's what I think, but maybe it's just an illusion because I don't know how many pieces I have in reality. Some of them are half there, half not. Rook d1, regular move,
Yeah, but I
threatening
do
my
have
king.
to deal with them even if they're maybe not there, so...
That's true, but what's sure is that you are threatening my king again. So I will move it. I have to move it.
Mm-hmm.
And Riona has just pointed out that by capturing on b4, I might have killed the rook. That's 50% chance. So I'm happy about capturing a rook 50%. I hope to get the other 50% one day. Where are you heading with the knight? Oh, that might be once again a threat, or might not be. Okay, I will do one thing. This is what I learned from Paul Rudd. When you're in danger, make a quantum move with your king. So it might be on c7 or it might be on c8. And Chris
Oh.
has to decide whether he wants to risk
Have to decide.
and play knight c8. He might win the game or he might lose his knight.
Well, before I take any risks, I think I'm just gonna get my knight completely out of the way.
So now it is on e7.
Yes. So I repeated the same quantum move, and the way interference works out if you do that is
That you actually go there.
is 100% there.
I didn't
So-
know that. So I can capture the bishop on c4 and I will do that. Now I will risk it. Risk it all. I might get my king killed, but it's on 2 squares, so I think I cannot lose yet if you go to c8. Or we will see. The measurement will decide.
Yeah. So we're gonna try it.
Let's see. I'm alive. Still alive.
Staying alive while your king is alive and dead.
Is it? But I can
Yes.
capture your knight. What happens now? For instance, I should have a bishop on this diagonal. It's either on d7 or on h3. If I
Yes.
move the d7 bishop to c8, but it's on h3, then I'm not capturing anything, I guess. even though
Right.
it would be the same move. It would land to c8 no matter what, whether from d7 or from h3. But I have to choose one of the bishops to capture.
You have to
c8.
choose.
So I will count on probability. It seems to be more likely on h3. That it's not sure. I will capture on c8 and hope that it was
Oh,
there.
and it worked.
Ah!
And I think I am in a very bad position now.
It was on h3 and I managed to capture the knight. So now I'm a piece up. Am I a piece up? But I have a half-dead rook. Isn't it a half-dead rook?
You have a half-dead rook, but so do
You
I.
also have actually.
You're up a bishop.
Wow, suddenly the tables turn.
Let's do that.
Rook d8, quantum move. So it might be there, might not be there. Not threatening my king directly, but the bishop is on c8. Anyway, if you capture on c8, you might be captured by my king, if it's there. Well, it should be there. Where is my king if not on c7? It's just half dead.
It could be dead.
Oh,
A measurement could find that your king is dead and I win.
really? So the next
Yes.
time you attack my king, or next time you capture my king, we will know if my king is dead.
Maybe.
Jeez. All right. I'll see how can I attack. I will move this bishop back here. It was nice on h3. And then I will try to attack with my rooks. Rook c2, maybe next move.
I'm trying to decide if I want to force a measurement on your king to see if it's alive or dead, or not.
I wonder if it's alive or dead. So I would like to know it as well. Let's make a measurement, and I hope that I will be lucky.
I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So a quantum move to where your king is at will force a measurement.
Okay.
And it could go in my favor, it could go in your favor. Actually, I'm not even sure what piece it will measure. I don't know if it'll measure your king or if it'll measure my rook.
Yeah,
I think it'll measure my
both
rook.
Are there or not there?
Yeah. So
That's an interesting
let's
situation.
find out.
I'm not lost.
Okay. It's more likely that your king is alive. Just a little bit more likely.
Still alive. I'm still alive.
That's
Then
not good.
I will start attacking myself. I will put this rook on c2. Rooks on the second rank are always good in regular chess, so I will hope that in quantum chess I can make something out of it too.
I'm gonna try something now.
There's a new question. What if both kings are dead? You won!
No.
You captured my rook!
I forced a measurement on your rook that found it was already dead.
It was the rook I wanted to move. I wanted to capture this pawn on f2 and give mate later on, so my rook didn't exist. My rook was dead.
Yes.
Wow.
That was very useful. I'm glad that happened.
Now I lost again. Suddenly, when I was feeling finally happy about my position, thinking that I'm winning, I'm lost again. The question was if both kings are dead, and what happens if both kings are dead and they both don't know it?
The game keeps going until one of them is 100% dead.
I hope that will be the case because I'm lost again. I will make a quantum move, rook c3. Actually, I don't know why I did it, because I could have quantum moved to where your king is. But what would happen in that case? I will figure it out next move.
Now I have a problem. I have to move. Or maybe I just do this. Yeah.
Okay. So, in my understanding, there's either a rook on d3 or there's no rook on d3, and in that case I could kill your king.
Yes.
If I have a rook on c3.
Yes.
And if I try it and I don't have a rook on c3, then I've just well, I cannot lose it. It's already half there, half not. Maybe I'll try. I'll try my
Okay.
luck. Let's see if I can kill the king on f3 with a quantum move. No, I
Didn't work.
couldn't. The rook is most likely on d3.
Let's see, what do I want to do now? Could try and capture, but then you could counter. I'm gonna play it risky.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go this.
But was it a regular move?
It was a regular move.
So you just hope that there's no rook on c3. Because if I have a rook on
Yes.
c3, then you're lost.
Yes.
But if I try and there's no rook on c3, then you will capture my king.
I'll try.
I will still try. I have to. I feel like I have to. But maybe this rook... No, but with a quantum move I can't capture. So the only chance is that with this rook... Actually, it doesn't have to be a quantum move. It shouldn't be. I think I should make a regular move, rook f3, and hope that my rook is on c3. It's unlikely. So I think I'm lost again, but I will try. Guys, cross fingers. I will try my luck. There might be a rook on c3, and then I'm winning the game.
You won.
There was a rook on c3. I thought it was very unlikely. Well, then it's 1-1. Thank you for the games.
Thank you
it was
very
really
much.
Amazing.
That was fun.
Yeah. I would play more, but I will have to leave because we are closing down the office and I'm the last one here
we're
in
way
Hamburg.
over time.
But it's been great having you here and I really like the game. I thought I was losing and then suddenly I was winning. Here I thought I was lost already, but luckily, thanks to quantum chess, my position was not lost. In regular chess, it would have been a lost position, but in quantum chess, I could win. I could capture, I could kill the king on f3. Would you like to say something to our viewers in general? Because we mentioned the Kickstarter, if you would like to add more thoughts, your goals with this project.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, first, thank you very much for watching. I really enjoy doing these live streams. It's a lot of fun. And I like answering all of the questions because, I mean, it is a pretty complex topic and people have a lot of questions. And I really like clearing up some of the issues. But we're almost there with Kickstarter. I think we had a few $100s to go. We do have stretch goals. So even if we hit our goal, it would be nice to get as close to them as possible because that means it's just easier in the future to hit them. I want to implement AI to play against a computer. I want to implement a better networking system so you have a lobby and stuff like that. And I really want to get to mobile. So
yeah,
going to figure out a way to do it
somehow. That's very
somehow.
important. So
yeah.
Anyone who liked the game, you should definitely go to the Kickstarter site and see which pack you want to take. Support the quantum chess, support this software, and you will be one of the first ones to receive the game. So you should definitely check which package you like the most. And there are so many things you can get. So check out the project and support the game.
Yeah,
thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much
for
again.
The games. I learned a lot. I think now I understand a bit more quantum physics. Before my knowledge was zero, and now I feel like I know something. I experienced quantum physics, and that's cool. That's really great. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry.
Really quickly. So you don't have to go to the Kickstarter and search for quantum chess. You can just go to www.pledgequantumchess.com and that'll take you straight there.
I will write it now in the chat.
Okay.
www.pledgequantum.com. What happens because it's still the 2nd of March, what happens afterwards? Can we still find it there, or afterwards you cannot support it?
No, it'll still be there, and you can still go there and basically use it to pre-order the game if you want. Mm-hmm. You forgot the chess, so it's pledgequantumchess.com. That's okay.
Clumsy, as usual, with the computer, with anything about information technology. Oh, but once I write it, it jumps to the link. I think I will do it once I manage
There you go.
to. You can also copy there the link if you have it, pledgequantumchess.com. So if you want to get the game, if you like the game that we've just played, then you can get it from the website pledgequantum.com. Quantum chess. Why am I saying pledge quantum? pledgequantumchess.com. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this show, and you should definitely try this game. I really liked it, and it's really interesting. It's quite different from standard chess, but at the same time, it's really cool and interesting. And your understanding of physics and experiencing quantum physics will definitely improve by playing this game. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, guys. Thank you
Thank you
guys
so
for
much.
watching. Bye bye.
Bye.